Weird eating habits of a narcissist. Dinner with the devil. Exposing the bizarre eating habits of a narcissist. Have you ever felt like you are dining with a demon instead of a loved one? Does mealtime feel more like psychological warfare than a chance to nourish your body and soul? If so, buckle up, Buttercup, because we are about to dive into the twisted world of narcissists and their downright bizarre eating habits. But before we dig into this smorgasbord of narcissistic nonsense, do yourself a favor and smash that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss our upcoming videos on spotting these emotional vampires in the wild, escaping their toxic grip, and rebuilding your life after narcissistic abuse. Your future self will thank you for the mental health meal prep. Now let's get ready to feast on some cold hard truths about narcissists and their freaky food behaviors. By the end of this video, you will understand why sharing a meal with the soul suckers is about as pleasant as dining with a hungry T-Rex. Imagine sitting down to a nice family dinner only to find yourself trapped in a twisted circus where your plate is the center ring and the ringmaster is a clown with an ego the size of Texas and table manners that would make a rabbit hyena blush. Number 1. The animal kingdom comes to dinner. Picture this. You're sitting at a table trying to enjoy a peaceful meal when suddenly the narcissist in your life transforms into a ravenous beast straight out of nature documentary. They are slurping, chomping, and smacking their lips like a starving wild beast at a watering hole. These dinner demons have about as much regard for table manners as a toddler hopped up on pixie sticks. They'll talk with their mouths full, spray food particles like they are auditioning for a gross-out comedy, and make noises that would make a barn full of pig blush. For example, a teacher recalls her ex-husband eating like he was an Olympic speed eating contest. He would shovel food into his mouth so fast, I was afraid he would choke. When I asked him to slow down, he would accuse me of trying to control him. Yeah, because not wanting to perform the Hamlet maneuver at every meal is so controlling. But here's the kicker. If you dare to ask them to chew with their mouth closed or use a napkin, prepare for World War III. These fragile ego food horses will act like you just insulted their entire lineage. How dare you suggest their caveman table manners are anything less than perfect? Remember folks, narcissists believe they are God's gift to the dinner table, even if they eat like they were raised by wolves with no sense of etiquette. Number 2. Delusional food critic. Next up on our menu of narcissistic nonsense is the delusional food critic. This charming character thinks they are Michelin-starred chef, food critic, and dining etiquette expert all rolled into one insufferable package. These culinary conquistadors will pontificate endlessly about the proper way to hold a fork, the exact temperature at which a steak should be served, and why their mother's meatloaf recipe is superior to anything Gordon Ramsay could whip up. For example, a salesperson remembers her narcissistic mother-in-law critiquing every aspect of family dinners. She would take one bite and launch into a 20-minute monologue about how she would have prepared the dish differently. Once she actually brought her own salt to his restaurant because apparently no establishment could season food to her exacting standards. But heaven forbid you disagree with their culinary opinions. Or worse yet, enjoy a dish they have deemed unworthy, you might as well have committed a cardinal sin against the church of culinary narcissism. These food pharaohs aren't just sharing a meal with you. They're bestowing upon you the honor of dining in their presence. Bow down, peasants, and be grateful for every morsel of wisdom that falls from their oh so superior palate. Number 3, the portion police. Oh, now we come to one of the most insidious species in the narcissist dining menagerie, the dreaded portion police. These control freaks, masquerading as concerned loved ones, have appointed themselves the supreme arbiters of how much you should eat. These calorie cops will scrutinize every bite that goes into your mouth like they are conducting a forensic investigation. Too much food on your plate? You are a glutton. Too little? You are being wasteful. There's no winning with these mealtime micromanagers. For example, an accountant shares her experience with her controlling ex. He would literally count the number of fries on my plate and compare to his. If I had even one more than him, he would accuse me of being selfish. Once he grabbed food off my plate and put it back in the serving dish because he decided I was eating too much. I felt like I was in food prison. But it gets worse, folks. These dietary dictators often use food as a weapon of control and shame. They'll make snide comments about your weight, lecture you on nutrition, despite often knowing less than a potato about actual health science, and act like they are doing you a favor by policing your portions. Remember, in the twisted word of narcissism, your body is just another thing for them to control. These famine fascists aren't concerned about your health. They are obsessed with maintaining their iron grip on every aspect of your life, right down to the last crumb of your plate. Number 4, the mealtime martyr. Next up in our narcissistic dining disaster is the mealtime martyr. The Oscar-worthy performer could teach Hollywood a thing or two about dramatic flair at the dinner table. These culinary casualties act like every meal is their last supper. They'll sigh heavily, push food around their plate, and make a big show of how they are sacrificing their own enjoyment for the family. For example, a nurse recounts her father's mealtime theatrics. He would act like every dinner was a personal attack on him. If mom made his favorite dish, he would complain she was trying to make him fat. If she made something new, he would moan about she never cooked what he liked. We all walked on eggshells, trying to predict what would set him off next. But you don't dare ignore their dramatic performance. These dinner drama queens demand an audience for their mealtime misery. If you are not constantly checking on them, asking if the food was okay, or praising their heroic effort to choke down a meal, prepare for a full-blown tantrum. In the mind of a narcissist, every meal is a stage, and they are the star of a tragic one-person show called Who Is Me? A culinary tragedy in 3 courses. Number 5, the food forcer. Last but certainly not least in our narcissistic dining hall of shame is the food forcer. This pushy pattern of peculiar portions believe that no is just a suggestion when it comes to eating. These cuisine courses are on a mission to make you eat, whether you are hungry or not, whether you like the food or not, whether you are allergic or not. Your feelings, preferences, and basic body autonomy are irrelevant in their quest to control your consumption. For example, a graphic designer shares a horrifying memory. When I was 6, my narcissistic stepdad forced me to eat pickled pig's feet, even though he knew I hated them and they made me sick. When I started gagging, he shoved more into my mouth. I ended up vomiting all over the table, and he punished me for being disrespectful. I still can't look at the pickled anything without feeling nauseous. These force-feeding friends often disguise their abusive behavior as care or concern. I am only doing this because I love you, they'll say as they try to stuff you like a Thanksgiving turkey. But make no mistake, this isn't about your well-being. It's about control, pure and simple. In the twisted logic of a narcissist, your body is their property, and they will be damned if they let you have any say in what goes into it. These mastication manipulators see food as just another tool in their arsenal of control and abuse. We have been on a quiet journey through the bazaar of narcissist eating habits, haven't we? From the table manner challenge, diner demons, to the pushy food forces. We have seen that for narcissists, mealtime is less about nourishment and more about control, manipulation, and feeding their insatiable egos. So why do these emotional vampires turn something as simple and potentially enjoyable as eating into a psychological horror show? It all boils down to their insatiable need for control and their view of others as extensions of themselves rather than separate individuals with their own needs and preferences. For a narcissist, everything, even something as basic as eating, is an opportunity to assert dominance, seek attention, and manipulate others. Your plate becomes their stage, your hunger their script, and your enjoyment or lack thereof their twisted form of applause. Remember, you deserve to enjoy your meals in peace. You deserve to eat what you want, when you want, how you want. Your body, your choice, and don't let any narcissistic food phara tell you differently. If you are currently dealing with a narcissistic cuisine courser or portion police, know that there's hope. You don't have to remain trapped at their toxic table forever. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or professionals for support. You deserve to reclaim the joy of eating and nourish not just your body but your soul as well. And hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe. We have got the whole buffet of videos coming up to help you recognize, resist, and recover from narcissistic abuse. Together, we can turn the tables on these dinner demons and reclaim our place at a healthier, happier table. Remember, you're not just a side dish in someone else's toxic meal. You are the main course of your own life. It's time to change the menu and start feeding your spirit with the respect and love you deserve. Thank you.